But I do want it understood that as far as my auto invention goes, I should be able to, with just 1% of the royalty, realize $5 billion from that. This is if I don't get cheated, and this is how, the degree to which I don't get cheated. Let's put it that way, rather than say that I'm not going to get cheated. I am going to get cheated, but how much can be up to Rebecca Sherrick and Aurora University, because you are going to be my main legacy. No doubt, because if I get a fortune anything like $5 billion, I don't want greedy great-grandchildren getting their hands on it and becoming Mitt Romneys, if you know what I mean. I believe what our founding fathers believed in wealth, and I go along with cheese, but when it comes to Scott Palmer, the two things that I consider the most heinous things that have happened to our democracy, Scott Palmer is directly responsible for. Number one, and the big one, is the lack of media ownership. Scott Palmer, Rebecca, no matter what he cares to say now, Scott Palmer ran around keeping a vote from coming out of the House and going into the Senate that would make sure that we have a wider distribution of our media, because the fact that all the warmonger right-wingers own the entirety of our media is the reason my family are the idiots that they are. They couldn't be if Fox News wasn't allowed to get away with what they've been allowed to get away with, and the GOP and the liars and those who have worked inside the government to destroy the government, Rebecca. There's no way that the Dulles brothers and the CIA should have gotten away with everything that they did in the 50s that are causing all the problems that we're having now. All of those, we should have had a Justice Department. The fact that the Dulles brothers were working in the same branch of government as the Justice Department resides is a big, big problem. But Scott Palmer is responsible for the two things that destroyed us more than anything else. I mentioned the media. Scott Palmer, I know you can't understand how I could know something like that, but I know what you did, ass. And Scott Palmer considers that his greatest achievement is Big Pharma. It's the worst thing that ever happened. It's them stealing all of the money, because we all need we all need our medicine when we need it. Scott Palmer, you became the most evil person on planet Earth because of where you started and where you became. If you'd started in the Bush family, you're less evil. So you are more evil than George Bush, because George Bush had to be evil just to stay in a straight line, because he came from the Bush family. You came from a decent family. So Scott Palmer started way up here with a decency, and he pulled himself down on purpose. Now, in my opinion, in the Bible, the most important principle, it's like an app for you kids to understand what I'm talking about, is the widow's mite. That means where you start, like me, being the most ripped off man in America and only want what's right for everybody, I think that puts me on the right side of things, and that means I went from here to here, so I should be gloried. Scott Palmer, you went from here to here, so that means you are one of the most evil humans on the planet right now. Rebecca, Paul MacGyver, James Jackson, Jerry Frederick, and me. Let's say we were just Scott's closest friends. We all deplore what Scott has done. We all know what Scott has become. We know how evil it is. It's too much. If it was just me, maybe. But it's also Paul MacGyver, who is my best friend since the day I was born, because he was a year older than me, and we were in nursery together at church, at Advent Christian Church. We deplore what you've done, Scott Palmer. You're going to die, and I'm going to make sure that your reputation is sullied forever. You have this horrible reputation, Scott Palmer. But you and me and Barry and Larry and Nancy can actually save our democracy. We're the ones. Rebecca, you are the shepherd of a group of people that could save our democracy. We all just have to listen to Gene. Or whatever comes out of as being the truth. So if Gene is lying, Gene doesn't want to be respected. Gene wants to be vilified. Because this is the truth, and there's something wrong with you people. I'm the one who sees that the president isn't wearing any clothes, you know? The rest of you are the fools.